My name is Cassie Therrien. I've been competing, I guess, about a year now. My first competition was June of last year. In that first one, I placed first in the novice division. And then my second competition was that same year in October. I placed fifth in the open bikini division. I love competing. I enjoy seeing what I can do with just making some adjustments with my diet, what little changes can be made. This competition, I want to come in a little bit leaner than I did in my second competition while still maintaining the curves that I had in that one. A lot of people I've seen sometimes lean out a little too quickly and lose that. I don't want to lose that. I'm thinking that a weight that I want to come into peak week at is around 120, 122.
And when is peak week?
Peak week, the competition's August 20th, so
how much do you weigh right now?
That. Around 136. This morning I was 136.4. It's partly to document how cutting goes for a competition for people to see, partly to document it for my own sanity. The second competition I did, very late in my cut, I started a daily journal, and that kind of helped me to understand how I felt and where I was at different points in my cut. And I think that doing that from the beginning will help me be a little more rational as far as whether or not I'm behind or ahead in my cut. I do a very slow cut. What that is for me is decreasing my daily calories by 100 per week. So right now my maintenance calories is around 2,400. My cut officially began last week, so I started at 2,200. This is the second week, so I'm at 2,100. I try to keep my protein in the low 100s, usually 115 to 130 range as long as I possibly can. And under no circumstances do I let it drop below 100. Carbs, I honestly don't stress too much about. Obviously, I don't want them to be astronomical high or low because I'm going to need that fuel, and if they're too high, it's going to be stored not optimally. But at the same time, for the most part, if I'm strict with my calories and strict with my protein, carbs and fat usually fall into place. My carbs usually throughout my cut are in the high 200s, and fat is usually without much effort well below 50. For the most part, until about a month before the show, my workout stays the same. I work out 6 days a week, and I do push-pull legs, repeat. My rest day kind of varies each week, mostly around my work schedule, but it's always push-pull legs. And usually once a week, I run sprints at a local track. I'm usually there doing that for anywhere from an hour to 5 hours. My workouts are about an hour and a half to 2.5 hours when I include the cardio. Right now I'm doing, in addition to sprints, 30 minutes of cardio, probably about every other workout when I can fit it in. One thing I'm trying to do this prep that I didn't do for either of my last ones, but told myself I was going to do, is work abs every day. I know that will make a difference when I start to lean out enough that I can see them. To get a little bit more oblique definition. So thus far, I've worked abs every single day with the exception of a few random days that they've been sore. I sleep 7.5 to 8 hours every night. I can't function under that. The other thing that I try to focus on is sodium intake, not because I'm necessarily worried about it now, but because it becomes very important toward peak week. So I need to be aware of where it's coming from so I can know exactly what to cut out when that time comes. And in the videos to come, I will be including videos of the workouts that I'm doing, the lifts that I include in my workouts, and footage of me practicing my posing and going through my T-walk. And that's all for now.
Give him a double bicep.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Go.